Okay, shall we start? Yes. Okay, so
Okay.
I will share my screen. Okay, so hello everyone. So today we will present our event, Developing Digital Skills Through Green Behavior Code. I will give the floor to Maze to start presenting our European event. Yes, Maze.
Hello everyone and welcome. We are so glad and grateful for being here tonight with all of you. We are a team of four hardworking teachers, Roberto from Spain, Maria Pia from Italy, Iman from Tunisia, and me from Romania. We have been working on a project developing digital skills last year in a difficult time during pandemics, and we were wondering, since we wanted to share with you the outcomes of our project, what do you think about developing digital skills? So, at the beginning, to warm up, please uh, take your phones or just go to the link I am sharing now. I will try to share the link with you, or um, just go to slido.com and write the code that is written there. The code is 375708. And tell us, how can you improve your digital skills? How do you as teachers improve your digital skills? Or what do you do in your classes in order to help your students be better, be smarter in terms of digital skills? I posted the link in the chat as well. Just please tell me if it's working, and when the first result will be there, we will know that it's functioning. Anyway, you can write the answers in the chat as well. Thank you very much. Workshop. How else can you do that? I'm convinced that all of you who are here worked a lot on improving your digital skills as teachers, and also on working on students' digital skills, because the pandemic um, didn't help us so much. Personally, I think that being an eTwinner was a great help for me and for my students, because for us, the transition was very, very easy. Learning in eTwinning project, trainings, different applications, learning, perfect. I suggest we let the poll open and see what other results and other answers we have, and to come back to it at the end. Social networks, rehearsing.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Maze. So the floor is for you, Maria.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Maria Pia Borghesam and teach math and science in a lower secondary school in the north of Italy. And I'm going to present our project, Green Behavior Code. The aims, the overview of our project are to make awareness in our students about the environment and about the problem related to the environment. We want that our students think about alternative behaviors, and we want they focus in the problems and to compare these problems with partners using, of course, online collaborative tools as we used in eTwinning. Our pupils work in international teams. They propose solutions, more attentive behavior. They brainstorm via Pixton class. They use the story and the avatars they created collaboratively to be coded using Scratch. As I think most of you already know, Scratch is a visual programming language that lets students create their own interactive stories, games, animation, and whatever you like. It's a very interesting and great tools that allow students to learn, to think in a creative way, to improve the problem-solving skills, to work collaboratively, and so on, as you like. Each of our teams has a Scratch studio, and they need to collaborate together in order to create a green behavior code. And this code can be spread around, not only in the classroom, but also around and out of the classroom in the community. We have also live event. During this event, our students present their codes, and at the end of the presentation, students have the possibility to vote in order to choose the best green behavior code. Our project involves 4 countries: Spain, Italy, Romania, and Tunisia. We involved 105 students and 4 teachers, as you can see in this webinar. The aims of the project were to raise awareness about environment and lifestyle, to promote diversity, and to learn how to program code, to develop pupil coding skills, and also to develop students' entrepreneurial behavior and attitudes. And also we want to try to promote pupils as active members in the civil society. We have also key competence, of course, for students, improving problem solving and decision-making skills, engaging students in cooperation, stimulating the creativity, stimulating students to be more responsible, to develop critical thinking by searching, selecting, organize information. We have a consistent part of the project related to fake news, disinformation, and netiquette, and so on. And also for teachers was a great experience because we had the possibility to develop our competencies, but above all we had the possibility to have a mutual support in introducing this topic to our students and to work with all these new or quite new for some of, for example for me, app that we use during this project. We have a very nice and great collaboration between teachers. And our project has expected the result to create positive behaviors, to discover and use new online app and tools, to work collaboratively, as you know, we are a twinner, and to improve digital skills, especially coding skills. And we have common products and several common products, but above all we have 9 collaborative Scratch codes, green behavior Scratch code. The countries, as I said before, are Spain, Romania, Tunisia, and Italy. You can see the partners in MIS from Romania, Colegio Nacional Petru Rars, Beclean, Spain, Roberto de la Iglesia Munoz, Colegio Diocesano Asunción de Nuestra Señora. I'm sorry, I'm not for the pronunciation of this place. And me from lower secondary school di Dante Alighieri, Merlara, Italy, and in Mentaktak Mazuk, College Pilot Rutherford Sfax, and the founder were from Romania and Tunisia. I'm only a partner. And you can see also the number of students involved in the project. Our project takes place all the school year, and we can divide it in 3 steps. In the first part, during November, December, and January, we have mainly ice-breaking activities. Students introduce themselves in the TwinSpace profiles, post an imaging or an avatar or something similar, and we have also took a class photo. We transform this class photo in a puzzle using Jigsaw Planet. And then each student had the possibility to play with this puzzle, to try to recreate the original photo of the classroom in order to get in touch with other partners. And also we have the possibility to brainstorm about use and characteristics and so on of the partner countries. We create short games or presentation about our countries. And in December we create online Christmas cards using Scratch, and we share these cards and we put them in a common Padlet. In February and March we focus on a safe internet, and we create a collaborative code of conduct, and the student create a presentation, and they write down rules and suggestions to have a safe internet. And we have also a live event to celebrate the Safer Internet Day. We have the possibility to get in touch with the other students, and also during this event we play some games related to netiquette and safe internet. Then students share their Scratch presentation. They present themselves, especially they underline what they like, what they think they are going to prepare in the future, their future job, their hobbies. And we read this Scratch presentation, and we divide our students in 9 groups, 9 international groups, according to their hobbies and their similarity. And the students, first of all, work together in these teams, international teams. And one of the first activity they did is to take a look at pictures, photos, and news that we posted in each teams, and they had to try to discover if the news or the picture is real or is a fake news, and they have to put their opinion in the forum. And also they have to present, to propose, to write down ideas and solutions in a Pixton class about the environment and the solution to problems related to the environment. Then in the last part of the year. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's okay for my screen.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Is it okay for my screen?
I can see the screen.
Forces.
I can see you.
Maybe
stop. I can stop the webcam in order to have a better connection. Sorry. If you can hear me, I can go on.
Yes, it's okay, Maria.
I'm really sorry, but the internet connection is not good this evening. And I can go on. Do you hear me, Iman?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'm not able to see the next slides, but I can speak as well. Or in April and in May. Thank you very much. Students work in Scratch in order to create a collaborative green behavior code. And in every teams, a pupil start to write the code, and then the other students from the other countries have to add some other lines of code in order to have a better green behavior code. At the end, approximately at the end of May, if I remember well, we have a live event. Each team presented its green behavior code to all the other students and partners, and at the end of the live event, the students vote and they choose the best green behavior code. The last day of the school years were reserved to dissemination and, of course, to evaluation. We have evaluation made by the partner, and made by the students, and also made by parents. That's all for me. I give the floor to my colleagues. Sorry for the internet connection. Thank you very much.
E-books,
Yes, thank you.
digital tools.
Yes, the floor.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much for sharing. Actually, you have been a very, very good students, and you helped us warm up the event. What we have been doing is not different from what any eTwinner did. We just want to show you how our team, how our green behavior code team managed to improve digital skills for teachers, because personally I learned a lot from my peer teachers, and for students who learn from their colleagues. So we invite you to be here, to participate, to be active, to ask us questions, and stop us how many times you need explanations, or if something is not clear in our presentation. I will give the floor to my colleague to tell you about our wonderful project. Yes, we hear you, and the screen is okay. You can go on. A team and the internet connection is something that we have been experiencing. Our colleague presented you the work process and the activities we have done. It is very important for you to understand that it was a collaborative activity all year long, and even if this was my first project in this team, and even if our students were learning in different environments, in different types of school presence. For instance, Tunisian students, you will see in pictures, were at school all the time, and my students were online most of the time, and we still managed to do the activities. The first activity we have done together was the code of conduct, because internet safety and rules are very, very important for each one of us. So you can see here the pictures of our students, and you see mine who entered mostly all the time online from their devices. There are more. This didn't stop us. I think it's very, very important to point it out, that on eTwinning we really rely on each other, and we help each other to achieve whatever the objective of the project is. And I really felt through our project, to Green Behavior Code, that students really became agents of change, and they had the project go on. So it wasn't a teacher chosen subject, as you may know. Romanian teachers know that I teach Romanian, so I'm not that good at Scratch, but we created the project together, and we learned and relied on each other. So Iman will show you a few images of the code of conduct they have created together, and you will see the different approaches each of the students had. So you will see first the images, the slides created by the Tunisian students, and what was important for them, and what was important for each of our students. And as you go on with the slides, you will see that some of them drew, some of them wrote on their PCs, others wrote by hand. But what was very, very important, that each one of them contributed, and while creating our first collaborative document, we had the chance to find out things about each other. We had the chance to learn how to respect each other's work. And we had the chance to build some rules, to build some common rules. Here you can see the Spanish students. You see them with their masks. You see them in their class environment, and you see each one of the.
Okay, so just I will continue the ice-breaking activity. Okay, first of all, I am Iman Taktak Marzouk. I am eTwinning ambassador from Tunisia, and I am computer science teacher and one founder of this project, Green Behavior Code. So this part is named ice-breaking activity. We have made some puzzles to discover the classes of our partners. And the second part of ice breaking is entitled "What You Know About My Country." In fact, our students try to compare or try to discover other countries by making simulations and differences between the four countries of the project. For example, I will show you the Scratch code about Romania, Italy, and Spain, made by our students, as you can see here. So our students try to code some Scratch project, and they share them in one studio, in one place called Scratch Studio. They try to describe the other countries and the simulation between the different countries of the project. This is the ice-breaking activity. For the second collaborative activity is entitled Working with International Teams of Students is the most important part in our project. In fact, we have made international collaboration. I will explain for you the idea process. So the idea consists in creating a green behavior code using Scratch program. We have 3 steps. The first step consists in using forums to brainstorm about the needs information related to the nature and search the right news. This activity helps them helps students acknowledge the benefits of digital communities and resources while guiding them to successfully navigate potential pitfalls in their digital life. The second step consists in using Pixton to create class per team, in which they create stories related to nature and green. In fact, this activity helps the students enhance their imagination and offers them new original ideas to be used later in coding. And the third step consists in using the images already created in their Pixton teams as backdrops to their Scratch codes. What does mean by backdrop? It means that our students use the images created by Pixton as background to their Scratch codes or as a sprite. Sprite means object that will be coded later. In fact, Romanian students of each team start coding an idea related to the earth protection. Then they share them to the Scratch studio of their team. Italian students open the last code, click on Remix button, then they continue developing the Romanian idea by adding their thoughts. Then Tunisian students open the Italian code, click on Remix button, then they continue coding. And finally, we have the Spanish students who opened the Tunisian code, click on Remix button, and complete coding. In fact, each team will have its green behavior code, and as a final product, we obtain 9 Scratch codes created collaboratively, and we have made a live event in order to vote for the best code to be our commitment as a green behavior for our project. How the groups are created. So we asked our pupils to create Scratch presentation in which they introduce themselves, their hobbies, their ambitions, a future job, etc. And they share them in one Scratch studio. Then we put the link of the Scratch studio of each group or of each school in a twin board of the page. I will show you, for example, the Tunisian students. This is the Scratch studio of the Tunisian students. They try to present themselves using Scratch, and they share their project here in the Scratch studio. The same thing with the Spanish, Italian, and Romanian students. And according to the students' presentations, we have made these analyses. I will show you the analyses. So we try to focus on the same hobbies and why not the same ambitions in order to create groups with the same hobbies and ambitions. As you can see here, Tunisian, Italian, Romanian, and Spanish students. Then, according to the final analysis, we have obtained these multinational groups. So we have obtained 9 teams, team number 1, team number 2. As you can see here, for each team, we have created a forum, a Scratch studio, and Pixton. The forum is created to focus on media literacy and media information. Scratch studio, Pixton is created to achieve creative stories and avatars to be used later in their Scratch codes. And Scratch studio for each team to collaborate in one code to be voted later. Okay, I will show you an example of teamwork, team 7. So team 7, this is, I will go back to team 7. This is the team 7. It's created by 2 pupils from Romania, 2 pupils from Spain, 2 pupils from Italy, and 2 pupils from Tunisia, having the same ambitions and the same hobbies. And the first step is that the members of this team worked on forums. This is the first step. In fact, they start their work by a brainstorming activity about media literacy and media information. Why media literacy and media information? Because it was the annual eTwinning team for 2021. So in this forum, they share their strategies of images analysis. In fact, the access to the Team 7 forum, I will show you the link, in order to focus on the following image and tell us if it is true or fake news with justification. So this is the link of forum Team 7. As you can see here, we put fake news about climate change, because they work on climate change, and they try to focus the true information, or they try to analyze these posts together. Okay, this small activity is to learn about media literacy that helps students acknowledge the benefits of digital communities and resources while guiding them to successfully navigate potential pitfalls in their digital life. And these are some screenshots of students' interaction in their forum team. The second step is that to create stories with Pixel. In fact, students of Team 7 use Pixel to create stories related to nature and green to help them enhance their imagination and offer them new original ideas to be used later in coding. And these are the student comics of Team 7. I will show you, for example, one of the stories created by Team 7. This is one story created by Team 7, and etc. And the final step is to create collaborative green behavior code. In fact, students of Team 7 use the images already created in their Pixel team as backdrops to their Scratch codes. In fact, Scratch Studio is created for Team 7 to let team members code collaboratively. I will show you the link. This is the link of Team 7, green behavior code, as you can see here, Team 7, the image. And the team consists of the following students: 2 from Romania, 2 from Spain, 2 from Italy, and 2 from Tunisia. They try to work collaboratively. The Romanian students start coding, then Italian, then Tunisian, and finally Spanish students continue coding. I will explain the process. Romanian students of Team 7 start coding an idea about ecology life, because this team was worked on climate change. Then they share it into the same place, Scratch Studio of Team 7. Italian students open the lab code of Romanian students, click on the Remix button. This is the Remix button. Then they continue developing the Romanian idea by adding some backdrops in the coding. Sorry, yes. Tunisian students open the Italian code, click on the Remix button. This is the Remix button, the green button. Then they continue coding. Each student gives a piece tips to preserve and save our environment. And finally, we have the Spanish students who opened the Tunisian code, click on the remix button, then they continue coding. They enrich the code by adding their thoughts about ecology life. And finally, this is the final code written collaboratively by the students of Team 7. I will show you just some of the video. Yes, this is the Green Behavior Code Team 7, and this is the members of Team 7 created by Kingston.
Hello, my name is Louisa. Today I want to talk about ecology. It is not so difficult to keep the earth clean, to have a healthy planet.
Hello everybody, my name is Bashir. Today I want to talk about the sea. It is important in human life. The sea helps concentration in the sea. I think that you forgot an important thing.
What is it?
We must protect our environment from toxic gases. To be honest, it is easy to protect. We shouldn't throw plastics on the soil.
This is one example of the final product of Team 7. And the final product of the project, we have made the collaborative code of conduct about digital law and etiquette, as May said, is that we have made this collaborative code of conduct to present some few ground rules to keep the twin space, not only the internet, but also the twin space safe for us. This document is done collaboratively by all the students members in our project. Also, we have obtained green behavior code for each team. In fact, we have obtained 9 green behavior codes because we have 9 teams. As you can see here, this is the green behavior code of Team 1, green behavior code of Team 2. This is the green behavior code of Team 3. Team 4. This is the green behavior code of Team 5. Team 6. All the green behavior codes all created collaboratively with the students members in each team. And we have voted for the green behavior code, and we have the winner of the winner is Team 8. In fact, how we have obtained Team 8 as winner, we had programmed a partners meeting in which we discussed and scheduled our final green behavior code. We achieved an online meeting between all the students to vote for the best green behavior code between 9 teams. We have used as a tool for voting the Mentimeter. The vote was realized live while the online meeting among students of the project. The code which obtains the high number of votes is the code of Team 8. It represents our green behavior for our project as an international commitment to be respected by all the members of the group of the project. This is images screenshot of the vote, and as you can see here, Team 8 is the first team, is the winner, having the high votes, the high number of votes. And the code of Team 8 was created collaboratively by 5 Romanian students, 3 Spanish students, 2 Italian, and 4 Tunisian students. It was about creating a TV emission in which they discussed about different environmental issues and tried to find solutions to them. And this is the procedure, how they create this green behavior code collaboratively. Just I will show you the final product of Team 8. This is the Team 8. The different members of Team 8.
Hello everyone on your favorite emission. Today we're going to talk about problems of nature and solutions to save our environment from pollution. We are here to answer your questions, so check our Facebook page and ask all your questions. While we are waiting for your messages,
And we should save our planet.
I totally agree with you. Are you ready to answer our questions?
Of course.
Let's get started. The first question is asked by Tim. What are the causes of the air pollution?
Sanitary land of sewage water treatment.
Okay, so I will stop the video to go to the next part. Okay, so we have created also some other works, extra works with our students. In fact, our students created mobile applications to think green. They also draw illustrated posters. They celebrate the Earth Day. We celebrate also the eTwinning Day, and we have made coding games as quizzes about environment and how to keep our Earth clean. I will show you one example of this creative students' works. The eTwinning Day. So students express the impact of eTwinning on themselves through our activities in the project. They record themselves to share how eTwinning enhance their learning skills about climate change using the following Flipgrid. So I will show you the link. I will show you one example. For example, okay, as you can see here, so these are our students. They try to express themselves by recording videos to talk about the impact of eTwinning on their competences, improving competences and skills through our project Green Behavior Code. I will show you, for example, this one.
Hello guys, my name is Yohanish. I'm a student at Baby School and I'm 13 years old. I'm so grateful for my computer science teacher, Mrs. Ian Tata, because she introduced us to eTwinning, which is the most interesting thing that happened to me. I learned how to feel, how to work, and how to cooperate with others from all over the world. We worked as teams with Romanian, Italian, and Spanish students, and it was amazing. I really invite you to visit eTwinning, and you won't regret it.
Okay, this is one example, and we have a lot of students talking about their experience in eTwinning, and especially in our project Green Behavior Code. So now I will give the floor to my colleague Roberto to talk about the communication, how we communicate together as partners and students to have this fruitful final product of our project. Yes, Roberto, the floor is yours.
Hello everyone. I'm Roberto de la Iglesia and I'm an ICT teacher in Spain. So I'm going to talk about the communication and dissemination part of the project. Firstly, it's important to have the parents' consent about the data protection to avoid break the law. And communication has been a constant element of the project and it has fostered collaboration. It has allowed us to implement the activities in the involved schools at the same time and to achieve the planned learning outcomes with great satisfaction for both students and teachers. We have communicated the teachers through the eTwinning bulletin, teachers bulletin at the Twin Space, and we also have a Facebook Messenger group. If we need to communicate soon, we have used this Facebook Messenger group. We have had different live events between students, as we have seen before. The first live event, we realized our code of conduct. Our first students meeting between all members of the project, in which we brainstorm about the green behavior. We presented the code of conduct we have seen before, achieving the netiquette part collaboratively, and discovering the notion of misinformation through a game to celebrate the event Safer Internet Day 2021. We can see the pictures that we were in class, facing face-to-face class, but not all of us. For instance, the Romanian were at home, learning distance learning. In the second live event, we realized our green behavior code at the scratch we have made in Scratch, and they will present their international collaborative work by designing a member to present the work of his or her team. There are some videos there, mm, of the samples, and after presenting the codes, we voted for the most popular or the best code, Scratch code. We used the tool Mentimeter, and they were voting in live voting. They were seeing the scores while they were voting, and it was really fun for them, and they were really excited about it. Then each student access to Mentimeter, as they say, and vote. The winner was the team 8, who win and obtain the maximum of votes. The code of the team 8 is our green behavior code, which represents the behavior that minimizes harm to the environment as much as possible. It is the commitment to a greener earth. Imen is showing the video. And we also have to organize the live events and the activities. So we have also students, teachers online meetings and teachers meetings. Some of them were studying learning, distance learning. So during the distance learning period, to continue working on the project, it was important to scaffold all the activities carefully. Here are some online meetings with their students, Imen and Emis especially, because I have always face-to-face learning last year. I was lucky. And as I said before, we can see the partners meetings. We have 3 or 4 partners meetings where we organize the activities. We discuss what activities were correct for the project and how we were going to work together. It was really a pleasure to work with my colleagues, because they were very organized and experienced, and they helped me a lot. We have the third partners meeting in March, and it has been a pleasure, as I said. Another important part of the project is the dissemination, to make public what we have done. We have used the social networks, as we can see at the picture: Facebook, Instagram, the school website. We have had national webinars, and also we have had local webinars, and promote our project to the families. Webinars and online conference like this one, and probably next week I'm going to show this project to my local colleagues here in Avila, in Spain. The Europe code, dissemination on Facebook, YouTube channel too. social media,
Yes, just
and I think
I have to
that's
I
all.
have to update the screen. Sorry.
Don't worry. One important part of the project is to make public what we have achieved, and maybe it will help other teachers. They can learn ideas or the working process, and I think it's very important to learn from the experienced ones.
Sorry, Roberto.
Okay, we
Yes.
don't worry.
Okay.
And I'm going to let Imen talk about the final part.
Yes. Thank you, Roberto. I think it's part
Working
for
in
yes.
this pandemic year, but together in different conditions, but together and relying on each other. And it's important because we kept all the materials they created. You see the names of the students, you see the different styles, and this was very important. Actually, even for getting to know each other, because this was the first, really first activity they did together. Here, you see the students and their drawings from Italy, and I I want to mention one thing. Since we embed our project into the curriculum, since curricular integration is very important, you will see um, in this collaborative document images and posters created in Italian, in Romanian, in English, because it was really important for us to let the students' voice get heard in their language in that classroom where they were working on this task. Um, so only a few images, and now you have seen all the materials they have created. This is how we started, and then Iman will show you the second activity. Actually, Maria Pia was talking about the ice breaking activity, and you will see the way they created their first puzzle. So it's very important to see that we did rely on each other, that we created materials for each other, and we didn't work separately. Everything we did together. And if we created puzzles on Jigsaw Planet, we played them together and we tried to discover things about each other. Here are a few things. Um, Here are a few things created and a few images. Maybe Iman will open a few or one of them so that you can see. And we try to see, to discuss, to imagine how is being in class, how is learning. You will see kids with math, the images from our school. So this was the really first activity, the getting to know each other and establishing rules, because on eTwinning, as in the real classroom, establishing rules is important, and collaborating on them is also very important. But now I want you to see how and what we created. So I will give the floor to my partners.
I will talk about this. Actually, you have been so far part of our journey through eTwinning. You have seen how we collaborated this year. It's very important to know that we when we had partner meeting. Roberto was showing you the three partners meetings we had.
Okay, thank you so much, May. Thank you so much, Roberto and Maria Pia. Okay, we have created a quiz, a small quiz. Just you take your smartphone and you type menti.com and you type the code 97, 89, 70, and 5. We'll play together. Just we have 4 questions. We'll try to play together about this presentation. Some questions about this presentation. Only 4 questions we have. Not, yes. Okay. Okay, so you take your smartphone, you type menti.com, and you go to your Google Chrome, you type menti.com, and you type the code 97, 89, 75 without space. Okay, just you type the code. Yes, you are waiting for players. Excellent. You will have an avatar for your as a player. Yes, is a random avatar, is a random logo. Yes, we have now 6 players, 7 players. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. How many participants we have made?
Evaluated the project all the way. What you see is at the end the teacher evaluations. All the 4 of us completed the evaluation and tried to see what we managed to do and to reflect on what should have been done differently, what was interesting, what were the difficulties. We didn't have difficulties. We didn't have difficulties because we relied on each other.
Yes, excellent. Yes. Okay, so we start. Shall I start?
See that we are 4 teachers with 4 different.
Okay. Okay, so the first question is a green behavior code project is based on inclusive education, blended learning, and project-based learning. Yes. Okay, so we have almost the answers are project-based learning, but our project is based on these 3 approaches: inclusive education, blended learning, because we have made our learning as remote and face-to-face in our class, and also the project-based learning because we have made international team. Yes, we will try to discover who is the winner for this question. Okay, Claudia is the fastest player, the queen, yes. Okay, the second question. Answer fast to get more points. The Green Behavior Code project is based on coding with Python, with Microbit, or with Scratch. What do you think? According to the presentation, yes, with Scratch. Okay, excellent. We will discover the player who answer true answer and right answer, and with minimum time. Yes, we have Earthman. Okay. We go to the next question. How many final products we have in this project? 10, 9, or 1? Yes, try to guess according to the presentation. Okay, it's 10 because we have 9 green behavior code because we have 19, and we have the code of conduct, and the final products, we have 10 final products. Excellent. Okay, Haifa. Yes. Excellent. So, okay. Excellent for the first one. Yes. And question number 4. Who is the team winner that represents green behavior code? Team 7 or team 8 or team 9? According to our presentation, who is the winner, the team winner? Who is the green behavior code of our project? Yes. Yes. Excellent. We have 9 correct answers. Excellent. Okay, so we discover the winner for this quiz. Excellent, Beta, I think. Yes, excellent. Very good. Nice. Okay. So, yes, from Poland. Very nice. Excellent. Congrats. You are welcome to our event. Yes, thank you so much for your participation, for your presence. I want to thank my my partners for their great collaboration. We have made a great project. Yes, thank you so much for your comments. Really very nice. I will stop sharing. Okay, thank you so much for your attention. I will stop. Yes, recording.